Welcome back to Myth Machine and Chicago by Night. Once more we enter the night in the second city, the Windy City. I don't think it's the second city anymore, but in 1991 it was. The biggest cabaret
I think they
city.
still call it that.
They still call it that? Yeah, maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. Isn't it like the third city now? I don't remember. I'm getting hung up on completely not necessary things. This show is rated R for...
Rock and rolls.
There we go. Yeah.
Reggae. No, wait, that's the wrong genre.
What? Sylvester would never play reggae. I'll have you know.
He'd listen to it, but he wouldn't
I
play
know
it.
jack
probably.
and shit about music.
If high enough, he would play it.
That could be arranged, probably. Yes. Yeah, before we start with this, if you are wanting to be a member of Good Stand, remember the Masquerade and only keep your communications to the chat. Follow the channel, subscribe to YouTube, ring the bell icon, and make your comments in the comments section. There. We've now done the sacrifice to the Weaver spirits because they exist in Vampire too. Just the vampires can't see them because they're not werewolves. There you go.
Sure.
I'm your storyteller, Mikael Hellström, and with us today we have... Who wants to start?
Suppose I'll go first like usual. Hello, I am Dominic, or Domi for short. I play Sylvester Björnsson, the Malkavian rockstar guitar riff. Okay.
Yes.
Hello. Oh. Hello, I'm Enta, playing Kate Peretti, a well-indoctrinated vampire clan Tremere and cult leader.
Yes. And the Ivory Tower appreciates your service.
They better. It costs them nothing.
Exactly.
I am El Duende, pronouns any all. I am playing as Tony Hernandez, the Bruja gangster.
I'm Roger. I'm playing Bulltooth Charlie, and Katie, former gangster, and son of Black Panthers.
And welcome the new player to the Coterie.
Yeah. I'm Jan. I'm playing Ivy, rich Ventrue businessman who is a certain level of rootless, but it's only a certain level.
Only a certain level. That's why he still has some humanity left, right?
Yes.
Or maybe his convictions have allowed him to avoid some stains for some of the activities he's done.
Oh, shit. I completely
Like
forgot.
Tony and his
Yeah, he
convictions.
jumped on me, for real!
It's...
Just keep everything capitalistic and there's no stains. There's no moral degradation of the capitalism.
I agree. We're making free trades here. Nobody forced you to make that trade.
Yeah, nobody forced you to sell your liver.
You can sell a piece of your liver, and if you're very poor, that might be better than being forced to give it away for free. Aha! Capitalism wins again. Anyway,
Right.
last left our protagonists. I'm not going to say heroes, because this is Vampire.
Yeah.
Lots of...
We're not even good to each other, let alone the world.
You're good to a little bit good to each other?
I haven't shot any of you yet.
See?
Yeah.
Low bar.
We all helped get rid of the body after the incident.
Exactly.
True.
I
But
do believe
incident, there's been quite a few incidents!
I do believe I had a cat fight with one of you, but neither of us got harmed. So
Yeah, you punched me in the face, and I punched you in the face, and because
Yeah.
we're both weak, nothing happened.
we both like suck at combat.
Yeah, if Tony had punched at me in the face, I'd be dead. But us two flat fight,
And
nothing.
just horrifically injured.
You know, it's yeah.
We are working our way through some downtime in January and beyond, possibly. Only I know how long the downtime will actually stretch. So far, our coterie has been working on fixing up its haven properly. We have some
Dealing with the
projects
guy in the
going.
basement.
What was that?
Oh, nothing.
Sylvester is working on gaining fame.
Of course,
Since Charlie has been trying to get a mentor who seems to be very difficult to flirt with, but that's probably because the mentor is supposedly very old as a vampire, and that is a mola in V5 speak, and that means that it probably takes more than a week to impress them. Who knew it would take a while to convince an elder to help you out with things? While Tony is getting some gangsters to help guard the communal haven for the Coterie that is now calling itself the Oddjob Gang.
We're really bad at names. Really, truly terrible.
And Kate Peretti, of course, is working on setting up, taking over, a hostile takeover, Ivy will like that one, of a blood cult that lost its leader recently. I have on this map here, to explain to the audience, a bunch of different sectors in the city which different NPCs, possibly someday a PC, has powers over. And yeah, that's basically the purpose of this. I probably should just move all these markers right here in the loop out into the lake or something, because it's so cluttered that it's hard to see what's going on. I just realized that. But yeah, it's an influence map, and for the most part, it's a lot of Ventrue influence, really, with some exceptions.
Actually, that's what I want. I noticed there's no like feeding ground background in 5.
Yeah, as long as you don't feed in Elysium, it's very liberal. There are some restrictions. Let me look back here, because I remember the rules, but I haven't looked at them for a while. What did he say? Lodin's Laws. Here we go. I can even post these, because I realize now that I haven't before.
Yeah, that'd be good for us to know the laws of the area we're in.
A little bit, maybe. There we
Quite
go.
possibly.
Quite possibly.
But who
Lodin's
knows?
Laws. I have but 5 laws in my city. As long as you obey them strictly, I shall not harm you nor allow others to do. 1. None in my city shall kill and leave behind evidence of their feasting. If your slaying shall cause an investigation among the police, or worse, among the press, then I shall track you down and extinguish you. Or if others speak for you, exile you. You must lick all wounds and dispose of all those you kill. You've done that. I hold the 4th tradition in strong regard and do not take such violations of the Masquerade lightly. This is from 1st edition, when the Masquerade was the 4th tradition and not the 1st tradition, so I hold the 1st tradition in high regard, is what it's called. Because later editions of Vampire the Masquerade changed the order of the traditions and put the Masquerade first. 2nd, do not harm the travelers to this city, for its wealth is based upon it being a center of commerce and travel. You may feed from such, but do not leave any evidence of your feast. You should not test me on this, for those folk are the basis of the wealth of my realm. 3. Have nothing to do with any of those among the press. They are to be strictly ignored. They are my domain. Neither should you attempt to create contacts or retainers among the police of the city. They are my domain as well. 4. Keep the sanctity of Elysium, for that is our place of rest and recreation. No act of violence or struggle shall be tolerated. You may attend my court there, as all in my city are free to do, but you must not carry your conflicts into the sanctity of its ground. 5. Do not hold commerce with my enemies or those who seek to usurp my rightful authority. I shall repay treachery with treachery, rebellion with iron might. Let me caution you. I know all that happens within my realm. Do not think you can keep secrets from me. That is
Very
basically it.
chill, dude.
Yeah. And then, I'm a fair and even-tempered prince, but I warn you, do not cross me. My temper hath no bounds. That is typically what a tempered person says, right? I recall...
I might have already broken the first rule. However, there is no evidence left.
See? So you haven't, technically.
Exactly.
Exactly, yeah. I'm gonna allow here Ivy. Because you're coming in a little bit later than everybody else here, I'm gonna allow you to do like a retcon thing here to do a project during this downtime. So our house rule here at this table, for any audience watching, is that you cannot use experience points to buy backgrounds. You have to use projects to increase them, which basically takes time and effort and can fail. Likewise, NPCs or PCs, if they are so treacherous within your coterie, but then why are you in this coterie, can mess with your project. They can also help your project in different ways if they are so inclined. The question then to Ivy is, what might Ivy be doing to get some backgrounds? New backgrounds, if any.
He would be working on maybe getting a ghoul or getting a retainer, yeah.
Getting a retainer, very well. We are now talking, because this is V5, a first level. You can go, in projects, you can basically decide to go, I'm gonna go from 0 to 5 resources instantly in this project. But that will increase the difficulty a lot. So, generally speaking, the difficulty to the scope of the project is the number of dots you want plus 2. So if you want to have resources level 5 from 0, the scope would then be a 7 in total, the difficulty. Which, of course, is very difficult to achieve, because that's the number of successes you need on your launch roll. In this case, you'll have to decide what kind of level of retainer we are aiming for.
Give me just
Should
1
have
second there.
forward.
I just want to see what each level gives.
Yeah, so...
I think level 1 is just a mortal that works for you, while level 2 and up could be either a ghoul or like a strong mortal, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, level 1 is a weak mortal, and does your bidding without a blood bond. Level 2 is a ghoul, and is an average mortal, or a ghoul with no advantages.
I'll try to go 2, so I'll try to actually get a ghoul.
Okay, we're gonna go straight for the ghoul.
Since you're a businessman, is your ghoul gonna be like Elizabeth Moss in Mad Men?
Yeah,
That
my
would make
secretary
sense.
or something.
All right, I'm gonna put. Where do we put down there? This is a Ventrue, so I'm gonna have yellow text or purple. What kind of text do you want for your particular effort here? What color?
I don't mind.
So
Whatever comes to your hand first.
let's go with Mr. Gould. Mr. Gold. Ivy's retainer. And we want a level 2 dots immediately. That makes your scope a 4. To do this, okay, let's play out a really quick scene. That was way too big font. A really big scene, a really quick scene of Ivy doing this. We're and during downtime we're abstracting a lot, so we're going to jump back and forth between various nights a little bit. That's what downtimes are for, until I say that the story begins. But it also gives Ivy a chance to meet the rest of this coterie and get along with them. And we'll see why and how he gets involved with them in a moment. I'm thinking that we are in some kind of very nifty boardroom somewhere.
Actually, Ivy has always been, like, in his personal business, has been a bit reclusive, a bit like Howard Hughes. So it's a rented, like, hotel suite turned into an interview area.
Oh, that's even shadier. We love it. That's So you're doing interviews with staff, apparently, just to check out who might be a good fit for the expansion of your operation. Is that it?
Yeah, I've advertised in my, I guess it's a VC firm. It's like a small boutique VC firm. Maybe I even posted this in jobs.ie or whatever would be the equivalent these days of looking for a personal assistant at this.
In fact, winter, you can take late afternoon, early evening appointments because the sun sets at about 4:30 or so.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get down there by, if you're really hurry, you can get there about 5 or so. 5 or 6 at least. And that's not a weird time to be awake among humans or even having interviews. You're a busy businessman, so clearly it's going to be some odd hours sometimes. And there's probably going to be, it's 1991, the economy is doing relatively well in the States. In Europe,
Yeah,
things were
and-
different. but in the States, it's doing decently, and I mean the 90s were good for the U.S. in general, if I recall correctly, weren't they?
Yeah, and this is a really, if we ignore the fact that the Continental Illinois went bust, I guess it would be 7 years ago at this point in the story. This has been a really good decade for the financial markets in Chicago.
Oh yeah, and I'm looking here at look at that. You're actually heading for a recession in 1991, which is weird because, oh yeah, that's when the unemployment rate went up. Okay, fair enough. 1991
yeah, a small mini
specifically
recession
will
that,
be
that
bad.
destroys
Yeah,
Bush.
It's a mini recession, exactly. But after that, it's going to be a better situation, and by the late 90s, it's going very well.
I suppose a lot of people would be looking for work during the winter season, like at the start of the year, especially.
Absolutely. This is exactly the time when unemployment is starting to spike, and it's going to go from, 5% to 8% between late 1990 and the first half of 1992. Apparently, I looked it up. It's a good time for Ivy to try to recruit some people. The hallway is going to be full, and he has staff, obviously, but
he has Hope as his business side, and he's saying, he's telling Hope that this is like literally a personal assistant for his own, a cross between a housekeeper and a maid kind of thing.
Yeah. And Hope, of course, is very pleased to have a job with you, and she says, yes, sir, very good. I have put together some questions here and a questionnaire for you to use for screening, or would you want me to do the initial screening, of course? Just to whittle down to a few interviews.
Yeah, it'll be a nice test for you, Hope, if you can get it down to 10, and I'll interview to 10. You can get down to 10, and I'll meet you by one of the days and interview the 10 that you think are the best.
Very well. What do you think is most important for Hope? Is it, in terms of attributes, charisma, intelligence, anything else?
I think she'd be looking for people who are hardworking, because she's hardworking herself. Like, she's from a kind of a poorer background, like lower middle class, first person in her school, in her family go to college.
Yep.
And she got on a scholarship.
That makes sense.
She values hard work.
She does indeed. Gonna give her some insight as well. Yeah, she's gonna try to whittle things down a bit here for you. She's doing well, isn't she?
She?
Look at her go. 3
I didn't
successes
see the
immediately.
dice.
Yeah, so she's gonna have everything prepped and ready to go. And I think that means that we're getting ready for the launch roll for our friend Ivy.
Awesome.
And the launch roll will be done. You're gonna pick one skill and one background. So
Okay,
what could that
let me see if I can put
One
two together that
appropriate.
makes sense. What about etiquette?
Yeah, absolutely, that works.
Etiquette and resources, because I'm using my money to do this. Or,
Absolutely doing that. I don't think the high society one applies here, unless you're specializing on high society potentials.
No, I'm looking for a secretary. That's not high society.
Very well. Yeah, that does apply. That gives us 7 dice in total, clearly. And the difficulty here is a 4.
So how do we roll dice? You click board, is it?
You actually don't even have to, because you have 7 dice, and if we take half of that, it's rounded up, and that's 4 successes.
Okay,
But
cool.
if you want to roll, you can, because every
No.
success above that reduces the number of resources that you have to invest in the project for the duration of the project.
Do you know what? I'm not going to fly too close to the sun with my first project, so let's just say I won't roll, just in
Okay.
case.
So you take half, so you're gonna succeed, and you're gonna so this is gonna be in most recruitment situations. It's not done in a single day, not done in a single night, and also even if you hire the secretary now, you need to take a few weeks and more to determine if she's a good fit. She's gonna be on a
Oh, obviously.
trial run, right? So it's gonna be like
Yeah, a month trial run before I even think about ghoulification.
Exactly, or 2 in this case. So we're gonna have your project is gonna be the progress die, as it's called. It's a D10, and it starts at a 10, and then it goes down by increments every week, 1 step. You can hurry up the process, but it's going to be in a post-roll against the level of the progress that is left. So if you try to hurry things up at progress level 8, then you're going to roll your dice versus 8 dice in resistance. And if the 8 dice win, then that's bad. So usually people just wait until it ticks down a bit.
Yeah, I'm not rushing for a while.
You must commit
Going
a number
slowly.
of dots equal to the project scope plus 1. 3 of your background dots will be dedicated to this and not available for anything else during this particular time, during the duration of this
And does it
progress.
have to be resources,
Nope,
or
you can
can I
decide,
be
you
3?
can distribute however you want.
Okay, let me try to go to where the resources page is in
You
this.
have your,
Oh yeah, background. I mean,
yeah.
I'll say I'm using my contacts. Oh, let's just take 1 from fame, 1 from contacts, and 1 from resources.
Yeah.
Because I'm using it's an honor to work for me. That's how fame works.
Yes, exactly. It also means that you're so much involved with this right now that you don't show up to the other social situations, and that means that you can't use your fame in other situations for now. But that allows your progress to be at the same level as the others. And as the weeks go by, we're gonna get closer to completion, basically, until we hit 0 and you have your new retainer, level 2. Which is gonna be a ghoul, and you're gonna be like, hey, drink my blood, and they're gonna be like, what? And that's
Haha, JK, unless.
that's gonna be an interesting scene in itself, but we'll play that later.
Okay.
I think we're gonna have a scene also to continue here, just because we want to introduce our friend here to Prince Loden, and not the Coterie just yet. We're gonna give you that later on. You're gonna be summoned to Loden's office, Ivy. Mr. Davenport is what he's gonna call you. I doubt he will ever call you Ivy, right?
Oh yeah, Ivy's more of a friends kind of thing anyway.
So you're gonna be summoned to the office. And you probably won't be alone there. Natasha is Loden's bodyguard. She's always around. Ghoul, of course. And Neely, of course, is the seneschal of the prince, and very often found close by to get instructions and make sure that the younger members of Clan Ventrue carry them out. This particular night, Loden is sitting behind his desk and being quite pleased to see Mr. Davenport entering. And looking up from other business, he will say, yeah, Mr. Davenport, please come in, have a seat. You have been with the clan now for some time, and we have seen some of your prowess when it comes to your business acumen. This is good. We appreciate the work you have done for the city. I have a new task for you. For the clan, for the city. Recently arrived, just at New Year's in fact, is a new coterie to the city, and I have granted them permission. I think they will become stalwart supporters of the Camarilla and stalwart supporters of our efforts to maintain order and the masquerade in the city. Seeing as they are in fact new, I would like to have one of our members of the clan act as liaison between this coterie and ourselves. Neely and myself are, of course, busy planning some other important clan business, mostly having to do with the Anarchs. And if any of this coterie is involved in or interested in becoming involved with keeping order in the city that the Anarchs try to disrupt, feel free to invite them into various activities that we will conduct. I hold this coterie in particularly high regard. No harm must come to them, do you understand?
I understand.
Very good. You will be able to find them at an address that Neely will demonstrate to you. It's an interesting group. Neonates like yourself. They were embraced in Gary and presented to Modius before they were presented to me properly.
In Indiana?
Yes, that place. But they have taken up residence here now, as is right and proper. And I trust that you will give them good guidance into the city. It can be disorienting for new Kindred to get used to as they settle in.
Okay.
Very well, that will be all. Neely will give you the details.
Wait, I can't remember. Do we call him like Your Highness or whatever?
That's a good question. Right now, I think Sir would probably be enough, or Sire.
Okay.
Yeah,
Or my prince.
my prince.
Yeah, I just say, I'm on my way, my friends. I'm on the way, even.
Very good.
No the way.
And so it was. I still have... Oh, have I created a good... I think I made... No, I didn't do that yet. I need to create a good picture of this... The communal haven, because they have one. As it turns out, the communal haven is, in fact, in Latin King's territory. Which is down here in Pilsen. In Pilsen. I think I created a picture for that. I need to check. Anyway, yeah, that's been your instruction.
Okay, so I get the details of Mr. Neely, the seneschal?
Yeah, exactly. He'll give you the address and the names and profiles of these kindred.
Have we been informed that this is happening, by the way?
Probably not.
I don't know that you have.
Oh no.
Because this guy is just walking into Latin King's territory, and we do not have a...
I
We
don't
are
think
safe
he's
there,
walking
but
into it. I think he's
keep-
coming with a very nice car, which is
Okay.
maybe...
That's worse, honestly.
That's way
That's
worse.
more of a target.
Yeah.
Also, with who
But-
we're currently housing, I may
Yeah.
not be as welcoming to a.
Is this before or after we kidnap someone?
I'm
Kind of?
assuming it's after.
After that situation solved, maybe? Otherwise, I'm not going to let a Ventrue just walk into our haven in that scenario.
No, that's the interesting thing. You came at a perfect time, Jan.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I may have did a little silly and beat the shit out of a Ventrue and kidnapped him.
Yes, but you
Just
don't
a
know
little
this
bit.
in character.
Okay, and I don't know this. Okay.
Absolutely not. Nobody knows this. This is...
Yeah,
And out
so
of
he
these secrets.
stinked him and put him in the basement.
No, he's in a very nice bed right now. The problem
In the
is, you're not allowed in the house.
There will be a phone call, obviously, before he arrives, right?
Yeah, I'll definitely
That's
ring.
up to them.
How about if there is a phone call, you should roll a d4.
Do we have a house phone? Is that a thing we have?
Yeah,
You
this is
must
a
have
this is
a-
a proper building.
Yeah, I mean, anyway,
I suggest this is your haven. What do you guys think about that?
Look,
that looks
this.
good, yeah.
You
Uh,
want...
Very nice.
Yeah.
Library. Probably way more spooky artwork hanging over here. There's some metal posters over there, and this
That's fair. Yes, I forgot. the
like a
spooky-
skull in the
yeah,
window. You know what it is.
That is
Yeah.
absolutely
But
fair.
Also, I can't imagine the... Never mind.
We'll fix that. I'll fix that.
Can't imagine
Yeah.
it, so why should I Never mind.
Blood on the couch from our previous friend over here.
Did you change the image of Loden?
Not much. Just a touch.
But yes. Because he looks like a completely different person.
Really?
Does he? I forget. I don't know.
Yeah.
Really?
It's
looks
also
okay.
his face has got twice as long.
Really?
No, it really has.
No.
His forehead has doubled.
With each new appearance of Loden, he's gonna get longer and longer.
No. None of this is
Yes.
true.
He
Anyway.
still looks like a vaguely Scandinavian, but in a chat way.
Anyway, by the way, Mr. Davenport, have you realized that your character kind of looks like a G-Man from Half-Life?
Oh, oh, yeah.
Mr. Tree
no, you said-
Man.
Yeah, he does look like that a bit.
A little
Now
bit,
that you
yeah.
mention it.
Hey. So,
Anyhow.
You notice as well how much Natasha and Hope look similar.
Did it? I didn't create
I mean,
hope anyway,
Natasha
so
has
that's not my
shorter
fault.
hair. But what I was about to say, no.
Ivy, are you gonna call the coterie?
Yeah,
Is it
I'll ring them. I'll ring
Alright.
you guys.
You should roll a d4. I'll be the 4.
Okay.
to see who is carrying up.
Yes.
Hello. Okay,
I mean,
who's
we should-
me? Am
so
I like
you-
I
two?
think it
Sebastian,
makes sense if we just do it in order on Discord.
Okay,
Like
okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, how
So
do
I'm
I...
one.
Oh,
Because we
yeah,
also have,
now I remember.
let's not forget here, we also have some retainers here, and I think they live here, don't they, your retainers, to keep guard during the day, if nothing else. So
Yeah, that doesn't mean they
Leave
have
her
phone.
now?
Yeah, they don't have phone
Two.
answering privileges.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I assumed Leopold would at least have his own place, but he can't stay here a little bit.
Okay, yeah, he can have his own place. That's fair. So
Yeah.
he's not actually here all the time. Just half the time.
It would be unhealthy for him to be here all the time, I think.
It would be. It really would. But okay, I'll roll a d2 for him, and if it's 2, he's here. He's here.
Let's see if he's here. Oh, okay. Leopold is here. Vibin. That's good.
Yep.
Or not.
Or not. But they don't have phone answering privileges, we just said, so.
Okay. He's
Who
here.
are we calling, Ivy? We called number 2. Who's that?
That would be...
Sylvester?
number 2 would be Duende.
Wait, Yeah.
Oh, no.
If you're going by call order.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Tony.
Yep.
Yep.
That's the best alternative. We know
Oh,
that.
Vincent.
Tony, you are on the phone.
Yeah.
There's a
so-
phone call coming in. This is gonna be like late at night, obviously.
Yeah.
It is
Hello?
literally not snowing inside. Never mind that.
Good evening.
Blood.
This is Stephen Davenport. The Prince has arranged for me to be your liaison to the city. I will be at your domicile in 30 to 45 minutes, depending on traffic. I'll see you then.
Okay, great. Yes.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. So
You just say great, then hang up.
yeah, basically, your retainer just sees the fear of God enter in my face. Just oh no.
Oh, Tony's reacting like the
no.
police is coming. Tony's reacting literally like the police is coming.
Shit! Oh no!
Am I in or out of the building?
Everybody roll a d2, I guess. 2 is in the building.
Okay.
I'm in the building because I'm currently going over the blackmail material.
Fair enough.
That's what I was doing that week.
Yeah, so I burst into your room. Something is horrible has happened. Oh God!
Oh, yes. So, like,
Oh my goodness,
yeah,
I am
sorry,
outside the building.
sorry, do I know you? as I glare angrily, looking towards the bedroom connected to this one. You're not supposed to be here.
It's really bad. Then there's a Ventrue coming to live with us. Sent by
What?
Loden. Yeah.
What did you do?
I answered the phone.
Oh, why? Why did you do that? You shouldn't know how to do that. Who taught you?
Oh no.
I'm guessing he's going to be unsubtle, like most Ventrue. Maybe call your gang friends and not get them to carjack him. No,
Yeah.
wait. I'll make this abundantly clear. Stop them from carjacking him.
Yeah, I'll do that. And then I go out and make sure he doesn't get carjacked.
So you're gonna talk to your connections here, your connects. Observe that you have, let's see now, you have contacts among the criminals. You do not have influence. So you can't stop them from doing crap.
Shit. All right then.
You can only get information from them, basically.
Oh,
You could
crap.
ask for favors.
Yeah, I guess you could.
Favors are always an option. It just means you'll need to pay them back eventually.
All right then. Shit. All right then. I guess I'll do that then.
Influence is what you have when you don't need favors.
Exactly. Though allies tend to trade favors too.
True.
I have a feeling that Tony will eventually get some influence over the Latin Kings. But it's not this night.
Oh, the guards we have at the headquarters, are they there now, or are we still working on that?
Not yet. No, you're working on it. It's still 8 weeks out before they're permanently there in place.
Also, thinking back to the conversation, wait, Tony, did he say he was moving in with us?
He
Or what did he actually say?
Wait. Why did I say? Wait.
You said that.
Yeah,
Look.
yeah, you did.
Look. I'm saying this out of character now. Why
You've
did I
forgotten.
say that, dude?
That wasn't the point. He just said, I'm coming on behalf of Loden to guide you around the city to make some introductions, and you run into my room just saying, oh god, we're getting a new roommate. Not the information you got.
Tony's just making assumptions.
Yep.
Which is the now I have to go off that information. In character, I've got to go off that information, and now
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah. Look,
I think that's part of that
I'm
one
nothing
conversion
but a
roll.
leaper to conclusions.
Tony is a
A
very much
living
leaping
double
to
jumper
conclusions.
to
here.
conclusions.
Yes, he does that. I'm going to say like this, Tony, because you want to find the local... This is a good thing, though, because you have... What would it be? To
Aren't the
find the
gods-
local Latin kings. I think it's going to be a wits and streetwise thing, but because you know these stomping around so well, you can simply take half because you have 6 dice in that.
Yeah, or if I use Blood Surge. 8.
You don't need... No, you don't need to blood surge everything.
Blood search to search the phone book.
Because you know what corners they're on, so you can just go down there and talk to them. But to actually get them to not carjack that thing and, pay them off perhaps to not do that, how much resource? You have some resources.
I can do that.
You can do that. How many resources are right now taken by your project, though?
Oh shit.
Also, technically, aren't our guards members of the Latin Kings? Couldn't you just talk to our guards?
The guards haven't become guards yet. See.
We haven't smooshed enough.
Okay, I
with
do
them
not
yet.
have a lot of resources. Shit.
Your
I only have
resources, you have a resource level of 1 effectively until the guards are in place.
Shit. Maybe I could use persuasion charisma with negotiation.
You can, yes. Luckily, you have a lot of that. So that's 7 dice, which averages to 4 successes when you take half. Okay, what are they getting in return? For not carjacking fat, juicy, luxury sedan. I don't know what Ivy's actually driving. It could be a Beamer. It could be something else. Probably not a Bentley. He's not that rich.
Maybe how about a favor in the future for them?
Favor in the future? Oh, pendejo,
Yeah.
what is that? That's like nothing, or is it?
You're right. Never mind that. Or maybe it is. No, I'm gonna blood surge and use persuasion charisma now.
Or you could just... Okay. Blood surge everything! That's how you always end up very hungry.
Absolutely. Fuck it.
This is why you don't have permission to go to my farm. You drain it dry within an hour.
6 successes will make them accept your bid here to not... What is Ivy, in fact, driving?
It would be American, so what's a good Ford car in 1991?
Let's see now. Your resources tell me that you are rich. You have a great condo or nice house. You have luxury items, high-end equipment for
Yes.
several people. You're not ultra-rich. You are rich, but you're not a billionaire. So, millionaire, definitely.
Yes.
In
So
2025
patriotism is the only justification you have for driving an American car. You can afford something better.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yes, because Ivy is a boomer. He is driving an American car out of patriotism.
Or is it you driving it yourself, or do you have a driver?
I say he probably has a driver in the city because he
A
can get work
Buick.
done on the back seat.
You're literally driving a Buick. I think.
Oh.
Or a high-end Cadillac. Cadillacs.
Yeah,
also-
a Cadillac. Yes.
Yeah.
A high-end Cadillac.
That makes sense. Yeah, you're gonna drive into this residential area of Pilsen is mostly single-family houses. They're all in rows and lines. Maybe some are duplexes as well, even triplexes, but they're mostly just 1 or 2 level, and interrupted by various strip malls and such. And yeah, it's a very Latin area, so the people you will see this time, not many people out. There'll be some people on the corners, and some of those are definitely gonna look a bit gangsta, because
Just a wee bit.
just a wee bit, because this is in fact Latin King's territory. But the
Yeah.
house you're going to is an old brownstone, 3 stories tall, must have functioned as some kind of local office for some type of business here maybe 50 years ago, because it's like in an intersection basically, right? Isn't it? I think it's fairly easy to get to. You must have a garage associated to it, don't you? You put in
I
so many
think
dumps
there'd be
in here.
plenty of street parking in this territory.
Yes, fair enough.
Because we may not have influence, but we do have some level of this is
some-
ours.
yeah, you have-
the
you have some
gangs
money.
don't touch it.
Yeah. Who is gonna answer the door? Kate, Tony?
Is everyone else at there?
Apparently,
I
Oh, no.
we can
Charlotte
roll another
now.
die for that.
Yeah, like I can immediately call in the others just
Yes, you can,
the second I hear the
absolutely.
news. So you guys
So-
just can be here.
Yes. Gold tooth.
send a text to my shitty Nokia if I would I have that?
No texts.
I
It's a
don't know.
pager. It's a pager. It's 1991. You have a pager. If you have anything.
Yep.
I think I might have a creepier picture for this, but anyway. Let's go. Ivy is getting out of that very nice Cadillac. I'm taking he's wearing a business suit, because businessman.
Yes.
And it's
He's
tailored-
wearing a Burbage or something.
Yeah. And very shiny shoes that go click against the concrete pavement sidewalk. And who's answering the door, folks? Is it Dexter or Leopold or someone else?
It would look. It might look better on our reputation if we get one of the servants to do it.
And the best looking servant is obviously Leopold, because Dexter looks like
yeah,
a
he's
gangster.
also an actual bouncer as a profession.
Pretty good.
Do we want to describe Leopold? We have the picture, but
Sure, yeah, he's fairly stocky built, his blonde hair, I'm gonna say, quite stoic face. A man of few words, but a man nonetheless. Of course, he wears a brown leather jacket, because why not?
he's
Gotta look a
not
little
wearing a
bit
trench
menacing.
coat at the moment, though, because he's not outside.
Yeah, he's inside, so
Yeah.
probably not.
It's cold these nights in Chicago, by the way. I had a -20 here, because it's January, and it's cold in the Windy City. That's in Celsius. What is that in Fahrenheit? I don't even know.
Oh, no.
Cold.
Since I
That's -4 Fahrenheit.
since I have like the profile, did that come up pictures so I know the people I'm looking for?
You will have a good description of them and their names,
Alright.
but for masquerade purposes, I don't think we're taking pictures of Kindred here.
Okay.
Because that would be weird, wouldn't it? Or have they taken your... You would have to be aware of them taking your pictures. Or have they
I mean,
taken your
no,
pictures in stealth mode?
Oh, yeah.
That's
To be
very
fair,
possible.
Loden's private list of names didn't have pictures with it. Maybe
But-
he's being careful.
But that was because this is a computer in 1990.
Well, I
But,
do
we all-
play
Like all I
in a-
want to know is if one of their retainers or a ghoul answers the door, can I tell it's a ghoul and not one of the people I'm here to meet?
You can tell by rolling a wits and awareness check and scoring some successes, which is not probably going to help in this case because you don't have enough of that. It's
okay.
actually hard to tell the difference between a vampire with a humanity level of 6 or 7. Normally it's hard to tell the difference between them and a human, which is why the masquerade lasts. And a vampire with low humanity who uses blush of life can also cover up their corpse-like appearance fairly well. But if they don't use blush of life, you can always tell a vampire by how cold their hands are when you're greeting someone. And in this temperature outside, you can also tell a vampire by whether they have the breath of winter coming out of their mouth. Unless they do blush of life again. So, yeah, I think for Ivy it's been challenging to tell the difference, to be honest.
Okay.
But this
so
man who is
I knock-
answering the door will say, he's answering the door, and Mr. You gave him the name, Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Mr. Davenport?
Or did I?
Sir? He opens the door and says, sir.
He said, I say, hello, I rang earlier. I believe I'm expected. Stephen Davenport.
Very well, yes, sir. I believe you are expected. Your hosts are inside. My name is Leopold, and I work for Mr. Björnsson, Sylvester Björnsson. Let me guide you inside, sir. And he's gonna close the door behind you, of course, and guide you up the stairs to the library. And I guess everybody else is gathered there. You will have by one corner a fellow who is very young. We're talking teenage young and very gangsta. He has all the bling on his fingers and no doubt is packing something somewhere, just by stereotype, if nothing else. And the rest of y'all, why don't you tell our friend what you look like?
Should we go in order again?
Yes, I think so.
Sure, yeah, you will see a tall, lanky man, long, black, messy hair, very much of a rocker, long type hair. Lots of piercings, leather jackets, big smirk on his face. Absolutely a rocker diva, as stereotypically as he could be.
He belongs in Europe, or Scorpions, or something like it.
Both as in the continent and the band, or...
He is second generation Norwegian. Great.
Okay, no dose. So alright, he is just skinny dude. As for clothing, he has all sorts of shit I'm really bad at describing. I don't know what he has pretty nice hair, has some gold necklace. Is definitely armed, okay? For the same reason Charlie is. And also looks a bit antsy.
Do I notice that?
Oh, no,
I'm not
do
going to roll
you?
against an NPC.
Probably
It would all-
not, because your wits and insight is terrible. So,
It'd be funny for you
Vicious.
to try
um,
that.
Oh yeah.
Tony,
I
let's
really
see
need
how
to-
good you are at keeping your antsiness hidden. How about what do we want to use here to keep? My default is always a subterfuge composure when it comes to that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, click subterfuge and add your composure.
That will be good for our new player to test out the dice mechanics on the Foundry.
Oh, horrible. Oh, no.
Okay then, yeah, you will notice it because taking half of wits is a 1 success. Yeah, he's a bit jumpy apparently. Don't think you could figure out exactly why, but
I'll just mentally record it in my mind.
yep.
His
In that case, Kate looks like she's just walked out of a lecture hall. I put images in the chat. That's her face in the first one, and the middle image is probably what she's currently wearing.
Mm.
Not
Definitely
flashy,
lecture hall stuff.
very, very,
Very
sorry?
lecture hall stuff.
yeah,
Oh yes, very teachery. Yes, I see it.
yeah. It's casual, but it's almost formal.
And if you see, I guess this goes for all. If you see Ivy's pitch, like Ivy's wearing a very nice suit, but it looks. It has the rich effect of looking cheap. If you get like, it's just he's not wearing it out of to show or whatever. It's just a well-made suit. If that makes
With
sense.
stealth wealth.
Stealth
Yeah,
wealth.
exactly.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. I doubt you'd be able to read her, just with your.
Oh no!
abilities.
First, I really should buy some insight next time.
You'd have to buy a lot of insight to get through her subterfuge.
Yeah, but I forgot that I needed that skill to read people.
Hey, I
so-
only have 1 dot of insight, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's fine.
It's gonna develop. You're gonna get XP and develop. Don't
Yeah.
worry. Yet.
Yeah, but what I mean, that's what she looks like, and you probably can't read what she's feeling right now.
No, that's gonna be a 3, difficulty 3, just taking half, so. Poker face. Yeah, go ahead.
Goldtooth Charlie is just a bit taller than average, a bit more muscular than average, is a stunningly good looking, an incredibly sharply dressed black man. And when he smiles, you see where he got his name, because one of his canine teeth is gold.
Yeah, that's the coterie.
So funny if we get to the end of this campaign and we find out that tooth's been brass the whole time.
The betrayal.
Oh no!
You gotta.
There.
Since you talking about the cars and your really nice Cadillac earlier, as you came in, assuming like our cars were just parked outside, this was a thing earlier about it looks like a sort of parade of classic Americana, because Charlie drives a deep blue Buick Riviera. And what were the other ones? Sylvester has a Chevy Impala. And,
yeah, it's Leopold's Impala, but yes, correct.
yeah. Yeah, and
But you own
say as
Leopold.
well, do you have a band van with a mural on the side, or did we just say that was that just a possibility?
I think it's shared with this band, so sometimes it's parked there and sometimes it's not.
And lastly, and not least, Tony has a Cadillac Eldorado. It may or may not have a mural on it.
Yeah, mixed bag of people here, Ivy.
So how's the fancy fella?
You introduced yourself when you entered, didn't you?
Yeah, I'll introduce myself to the group. My name is
Looking for gore.
what?
Nothing.
My name is Stephen Davenport. I'm a member of good standing in the court of Prince Lodin. He's asked me to be a liaison to your group to help you settle into the city
That's
and make sure you learn the specific situation that's going on here in Chicago, and that you stay coloring in between the lines.
that's very generous. Standing up, Kate walks over and tries to shake your hand. It's very generous of the prince, as he's been very generous to us.
He
He's-
holds you in high regard. He said so himself. So you must have impressed him. You must have. I should stop saying ye, because that's not something that you must have impressed him, because he said so openly.
Very flattering to have the good graces of such a well-respected member of the community. I'm sure you've read up on us already, but my name's Kate Peretti, representative of the Tremere, and at this point she points to probably Domi, so Sylvester. So it's like, she just says, this is Sylvester Bjornsson, proud member of the Malkavian clan. This is Tony. You're not.
Daddy.
Yeah, you may have spoken to Tony when you called earlier. You're just like racking my like in character. I know this, but I've forgotten. You're not Ventrue, not Sabat. You're. What clan are you from again?
Wait, who?
You, Tony.
Oh, me? Bruja.
Bruja.
The clan that loves to get angry and punch things.
Look, kind of the perfect clan for my dumbass.
Yeah.
Or the worst clan for your dumb.
Yes.
Like, maybe something to like counterbalance just how dumb of a person I am at times. Slash all
You're
the time.
not.
You're right. I'm nothing but an absolute genius, filled with nothing
Yeah.
but good ideas.
And just for my own records, Charlie is a caitiff,
Yep,
as far as we're aware.
as far as you're aware.
Yes, and sorry, Tony, our resident Bruja, and Goldtooth Charlie, unfortunately a caitiff, but well respected.
Unfortunately,
You
he's
actually
free.
want the etiquette for saying somebody's a caitiff. You actually just come out
Well,
and
you
say
don't
it.
talk to
Or-
the caitiffs normally.
Right? Yeah,
Or
it is a bit
or
of
do
a.
you just like, or do you say, is there like a euphemism for it?
Yeah.
Or when you would
I think
say
there is.
that,
I
like
think
the
they'd
clan,
probably
you
say
just like leave that hanging.
you'd say you'd leave out his clan by omission. You'd say this
Well-
is.
To be fair,
not-
none of us have etiquette, so.
That is fair. Yeah, we're not an etiquette full group.
Charlie
Oh no,
has
wait,
some-
Charlie actually does have etiquette, but he's not the one who needs it at this point.
Did Prince Loden have any specific information he wanted you to transfer to us?
No, I think he just wanted me to introduce you to the areas, to the city more generally, where the good places are for hunting, what the rules are, where the Elysiums is.
We are all very well aware of the rules, and we make sure to obey all of Prince Loden's decrees. She does that while trying to take stand between Tony and... She
It's
tries.
so gracious for Prince Loden to send us a babysitter. Hells no, we need it. And he like smirks in the direction of Tony.
Yeah, I feel we have been amiss. We haven't attended the Elysium yet, which honestly, that is on us for being quite rude as newcomers to the city. It seems like it's high time for us to ingratiate ourselves with the community.
DM, is the Elysium on now? I know it's on like once a month or something, isn't it?
No, so certain sites are declared Elysium, and you can go there whenever you want.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I meant like the court. Like
Oh,
would be held at Elysium,
you
yeah.
have a monthly board meeting, but that's that's strictly Clan Ventrue.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, we can go. I can show you to the nearest Elysium
the best
if you
place
want.
to meet other kindred is definitely the Succubus
Yes,
Club,
yeah,
which is not as an Elysium.
it would be a good place for you to expand your contacts as you settle into the. Maybe hook up with some clan primogen. You might find you have relatives in the city.
Oh,
Maybe.
I surely met some relatives in the city.
Yeah.
Gained some new ones.
The age difference is staggering on all of your siblings.
One
Not
of them
the
is my sire, which is weird.
your sire is your brother, or
And
so weird.
bad family tree. Okay.
They even
It's an
decided what to
Ouroboros
make
family
it like,
tree.
oh, it's Big Brother. No, it's it's messy.
Look, it's Mount
At least it's
shit,
Big
dude.
Brother.
Hey,
Fucking
at least it's not
Octavian.
one person's mental illness doing this whole family tree. There were multiple people in that room.
As far as we know.
Yes, I believe some members of the Coterie were planning on visiting the Succubus Club, looking over to Sylvester. Is there a possibility you would be able to make introductions there?
Sure. Fine.
Sylvester's interested now.
Any chance you can get, honestly.
Oh, you want to get to what with the club?
It seems like this is the sort of person with Loden's urging that could get Sylvester into that club without any problem.
You can
How
just go
far
in
did
there
we get with that
anyways.
before?
True.
Because didn't Sylvester do like a spectacular role of trying to
Oh, yeah, you did.
make connections to the Succubus Club?
You met some folks over there, but you only talked to Brennan Thornhill so far, the proprietor, who is also a Ventrue.
So maybe having a Ventrue with you could help.
What is the
Maybe speed up the
Succubus
process a
Club?
little.
The Succubus Club is the in spot of it's the place to be. It's the hottest nightclub in town.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I can get you in there.
And
Get you in the back door. Or something.
yeah, Ventrue is running it, and it's not declared Elysium, but everybody's treating it as Elysium, which means that you on a single night might have Anarchs in the basement slamming it out to punk music, regular Toreador neonates on the mid-level dancing to whatever is making the top of the pop lists at the moment, and on the third level, which is called Elysium for the public, just for funsies, you might find a couple of ancilla or elders actually doing business with each other or just having a chat. So that usually at least half a dozen or so in attendance every night.
How big is the Succubus Club capacity-wise? Is it like an Ibiza super club that can hold 4,000 people or something? Or...
Not quite. It's an old brownstone warehouse, but I bet you can squeeze in 1,000 people in a single night. I don't think several thousand. You can squeeze in a few hundred on every level. Yeah.
It's at 1,000. It's probably a little bit cramped, but it's possible.
And that's on all three levels together.
There's also the whole thing. There's probably only, 500 full-blooded vampires in the city? There's not that many actual kindred, right?
You don't know how many kindred there are. This city is supposed
but
to house...
But we did have access to Loden's information about the people in the city.
You did.
Is that a fair estimate?
Maybe.
Section of
Ask some Nosferatu.
people who go on the radar.
Funny thing, I figured it out with like when it says like how many vampires go the certain population. I looked up the population of Chicago at this time, and there should only be 12 vampires in Chicago.
Yeah, it's
You're way
all
over
the-
capacity.
In the major
Yeah,
metropolitan area, maybe
Ah.
30 altogether, because it's like 3 million outside the you know.
Yeah, there's the Chicagoland area.
You're saying,
Yeah.
Dommy?
Yeah.
Yeah, the typical calculations for how many vampires are in certain cities doesn't really make sense most of the time. The one the World of Darkness usually goes with.
yeah. When I was playing Camarilla, laughing, there was probably maybe 30 of us in the club, and we were living in Cork, which is 250,000. So that was like the whole population of Ireland just in our one club. Like,
I'm assuming, like, the World of Darkness, like, that calculation was... That's the amount of vampires that could just go out killing every night without causing a problem. Whereas if people were playing it smart, you can get a whole lot more people in there. A whole lot more kindred.
Officially, this place should not have more than 30 or so. Officially.
Fair.
Official.
Definitely does.
What are you talking about? I don't know.
I don't even know whether Thin Bloods count in that calculation.
Tin Bloods, what Tin Bloods?
Yes. We haven't
Exactly.
met a Nosferatu, and we haven't met any Thin Bloods. We should corral some
Oh,
Thin Bloods.
Bloods. I could imagine you could fit quite a few of those.
Anyway,
But,
it's 1990. There are no Thin Bloods. Allegedly.
Thin Bloods can happen at any point in the time.
What are you talking about? That would make everybody hysterically scared because the end times are coming. Anyway, did we want to take a short break? Because I'm noticing the time, and I know that some of you
Yes.
want to have a break. We will
Yes, I
be
would like
back
to
in
take a rest break.
5. And we're back at the club.
Although just before we make it official, we're all here. One possibility: should Charlie and Tony have made their excuses and gone back to the condo to go through the files? Because now we've got a Ventrue staying with us. This may be the last chance we ever get to do this.
To be
I
fair
don't
though,
think I'm
he
staying
hasn't.
with you.
Yeah, he hasn't said anything about staying with us, and none of us have agreed to invite him into that. This was just a meet and greet so far.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I just left a conclusion for no reason. And then I realized, wait a minute, why did I say that?
Yeah.
You actually have the
Oh.
premonition power.
Also, I'm imagining that Ventrue in this city already has their own place set up.
True.
Or is just member of half a dozen different gentlemen's clubs, so they never need to sleep at their place. They just go from exclusive club to exclusive club.
He has a haven. I think he has like it's a penthouse in the loop.
Of
And
course.
that's where his herd lives as well.
This night is gonna be Sunday, January 27th, and as such, it's not gonna be quite as packed as it would on a Saturday, but it's still plenty of people here, certainly more than the first time this particular coterie saw Ivy was here. And yeah, someone's gonna be on the dance floor, and you're the constant guest who's always here, to the point where some uninformed kindred might think that it's actually Sir's domain and not Thornhill's, is always sitting in his booth and enjoying his cocktail, as it were. So the question is, do you want to go downstairs to the punky place where all the alternative people are slamming it out, or are we staying up here with the more mainstream crowd, or are we going up to the Elysium on the second floor?
Question: was Sir that one guy I was just drinking with once and just randomly talking to earlier in the first act?
I
Or was it a
believe
different person?
So when you first came to Chicago, he was your contact person, and he was the guy who offered you some drunk people to drink from.
Mhm.
And he was inebriated himself, to be honest.
Yeah, he was like really drunk and talking about, oh yeah, if you wanna get your band popular, you should talk to these and these people, but you should play at this specific club, but I don't remember which one he was talking about. I don't know if it was this one or a different one.
He was the one who told you to go to the cave to have a chat with Horace. But yeah, Sir is sitting there. He always has a very nice cravat, a yacht captain's blazer, and pants, and shoes, and some very dope sideburns that would fit very well into either the 1970s or the 1870s. Who knows? It's a kindred. And I think you will possibly spot some other kindred here tonight, because some of you can see better than others. Let's see. Who would that be, though? You're all terrible at seeing things, aren't you? It's gonna be Tony!
Oh no.
Yeah. Tony and Sylvester
Look,
will notice.
Tony and
the-
anything is a bad combo.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
five
I mean,
dots
I
in
can
awareness should be good.
gonna.
I can see supernatural powers, probably, but
No, but this is just
It's
about
the
seeing
kindred
the
is-
paleness and noticing maybe the
Yeah.
slightly. There's.
oh, I have quite decent insight if that's what you're
That's
counting
exactly what I'm talking about. And I want 3 because we're talking about the subtle differences between humans and vampires. Oh, he forgot to breathe for a while, or there haven't been a lot of blinking a little while now,
Mhm.
and all the other
on.
little
Oh, speaking
things
of
that
which, I should probably do Blush of Life.
you can
Yeah,
do
I'll
that.
also do
you can
the
do
same.
that.
Just one
because
rouse
there's
check.
mortals there.
It is one rouse check, yes, to maintain your proper masquerade.
I am Gucci.
Yes, you are. You suddenly breathe, feel warm to the flesh, everything.
Get hungrier.
How long does it last once you've done it?
It's an entire day, I think.
It lasts a while.
Yeah, just about.
It lasts a long while. I think it lasts an entire day, which is quite interesting. I think I checked this recently. Actually, it should last a day.
It's not showing my result, but it hasn't put my hunger up either. So I don't know if it hasn't worked
Didn't
at all
roll.
or if it.
Yeah, there's
Yep.
some glitchiness with Foundry these nights. I don't know why.
Well, I'll try it again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've had
my
it
one
in
didn't
several
roll the
games.
first time.
There we go.
Wonderful job.
What was the persuasion composure for here?
Oh, sorry. I thought. Oh, sorry. I hit persuasion instead of subterfuge. I was trying to do blush of life, and that was persuasion and composure, no?
No,
Blush
it's,
of Life is
you-
a hunger check. You go to the little skull next to your hunger, and you click that.
Oh yeah, sorry.
You're actively using your blood you're invoking the power of Cain to seem more human than you are. Forcing your blood to the surface of the skin so you seem more blushed, possibly having a heartbeat, being warm to the touch, all those things.
I have no idea what that means.
It means that you are now a little bit hungrier than you were a while ago because you're drawing upon the power of the blood. So now you have hunger 2. When you
Okay.
hit hunger 4 or 5, frenzy
Problems.
is gonna be close.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I should, if I'm hungrier than usual, I should start looking for some thoughts.
And this is an excellent place to do that, to be honest. Yeah, you have plenty of prey to seek here. This might be one of the best areas to seek prey in for your particular tastes.
Alright, you're Ventrue, so you have a unique taste.
He has a unique taste. We're talking here very bohemian, nightclubby place, so I'm gonna say that the difficulty here is a 2, probably. Of course, this is Thornhill's domains, so it's totally okay to feed here, just don't kill.
Yeah.
Typically, you want to do it either in a booth. Like, Sir's masquerade is totally that he is just another gay lover who is coming here with his gay lawyer friends and feeding on them, which is a deep kiss, right? So,
Yeah. Ivy would actively try to seduce. Maybe, do people go to the bathroom to hook up in 1991?
absolutely, yes.
That's a timeless classic, my
It's
man.
a timeless classic. And you know what? With your subterfuge and charisma and even manipulation, this is what you're good at. So you can just take half in here and you're definitely going to be able to have a sip. The local ladies, you might not be the most attractive. You might not be cut out for a photo model job, like a modeling job or that type of thing. But there is some kind of magnetism about Mr. Davenport that your particular type of prey, which turns out to be...
Didn't I write this?
Yes, you
I
did,
said-
but yeah, I haven't told the others yet, so...
Oh yeah, sorry. It's women in their 20s.
Not cliche at all for a vampire, my friends. This is lovely because it makes it easier for Ivy to hunt in the nightclub scene, and I think Thornhill is very pleased to see you. He's gonna be, Mr. Davenport. How are you tonight?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm just showing these new arrivals around your lovely club.
Oh, right. I heard from the executive director about the new VIPs.
Yes.
He says.
And when I got here, I felt I felt a desire for a certain wine.
Of course.
God, dude.
Help yourself, as always.
It's peckish, perhaps.
Yes.
I don't believe we've met. He looks at the rest of the coterie who's here. At least formally. I
Actually,
recognize
actually we
you,
have.
Mr. Bjornsson.
Maybe not the rest of my coterie, but
He's
I guess-
gonna. You should have told me that you were on the VIP list, Mr. Bjornsson.
we are now.
Does this mean that this is the rest of Vixen?
Oh no, these are not. None of these are in my band, but still lovely folk.
For the rest, still, yes.
Try not to take offense.
Thornhill is suave and slick. We're talking just absolutely cool, coconut skin, a nice smile. Yeah, he has sometimes he might affect a slight Spanish accent, but for the most time he doesn't. And I think he might be a difficult person to read, of course.
But what skill is that if we want to try and read him? Is that insight?
Yes, insight and something. Usually wits.
What's an insight? I love reading people. I love getting it all up in their business.
You'll need good 5 successes at the very least.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Oh, maybe
That's
if
why-
it crits, I can always try.
That's why Kate loves working with liars, because she gets to use subterfuge against subterfuge. Not bad.
Oh goodness. Possible bestial failure. Oh.
Oh my! Sylvester
Well, that's just like
Bjornsson! Compulsions are coming on, aren't they?
Or do you just sniff him? Visibly.
I feel like he would actually do that, unfortunately.
Should I roll or should you roll for
No,
compulsion?
you're trying to get an insight on a person, and you just go full.
So for our new player here, when you get a bestial failure, the beast will rear its ugly head in some form. It doesn't mean that you're going frenzy, but you can get a compulsion, which is a way that the beast kind of nags at you in the back of your mind, and you have to take a particular action or be at a -2 dice until you do it.
So
what kind
should
of
I roll
compulsion-
here
Yeah.
myself or?
I can roll, you can roll, it's either way.
Oh, okay, let me see. Where is the rollable tables? Compulsions. There we go.
It's next to the journal on the top of your right.
Yep, I see.
Harm compulsion. Oh my. We have 2 beasts facing off here, Sylvester and Thornhill, and clearly, Sylvester's beast is somewhat challenged. And
My
because
inner demons.
yeah, the inner
Okay.
demon of Thornhill is you're feeling it. And because of that, you now want to cause harm to someone somewhere. And it's a social situation, which basically means that you will want to do it to you will want to hurt someone's feelings.
Shouldn't do that to Thornhill because I really need my band to play here.
Yep. You are in a social setting. Your smooth introduction goes sour as the vampire starts to harass and psychologically torture the subject. That is basically your compulsion. Until you have harassed someone, you have a -2 on all die rolls.
Excellent.
Yep. Yay.
It's time to be a bitch.
Yep.
Or try not to, but fail
Shit,
at
that's
everything.
Yeah, that's
When the
okay.
Malkavian suffers a bestial failure or compulsion, their curse comes to the fore, suffering a penalty equal to your character's bane severity to 1 category of dice pools for the entire scene. There are whispers in the back of your mind, Sylvester. Don't talk to that thing. It's a monster. He wants your blood. He wants your soul. Call a priest. Do an exorcism. That's literally what Sylvester hears in the back of his mind.
You could just go down into the basement level because the music playing there, you won't be able to tell the difference.
True.
So I guess
Just your own
Sylvester now
backing
has
track.
a -4 on dice rolls. at least for social, mental, or physical.
Which category?
I think
am I
social
affected by?
is the appropriate one
Oh
here,
my
given the
goodness.
interaction.
Oh no.
How does this express itself? What faces is Sylvester gonna make at the moment?
He is doing his typical big grin, although his eyes are like slightly twitching as he's trying to keep himself together.
And that would be such a Malkavian thing to do if you had a full personality break and your face actually looked like the tragedy comedy mask. One side was smiling and the other side.
It's like a wry smile, and that one side of his face is twitching slightly as he's like, I gotta pull myself together.
He's whispering a little bit like, shut up. Yeah. You knew it was a Malkavian, Ivy. You knew it was a Malkavian.
I guess in that case, Kate will step forward and try to take some of the heat off Sylvester. Just say, interesting to meet you. I've heard so many good things about your establishment.
Oh, you're
My
too
name is
kind. You're
Kate.
too kind. Welcome to this establishment, Kate. Always happy to invite another VIP. At some point, I will, in fact, show you my lounge. All of you. It's up on the 5th floor. You have a spectacular view over the floor. Maybe next time the chorus comes by to play. How about that?
Very generous.
Tonight, you will be happy to know that Neely is here, and so is... Maybe I should introduce you. I don't know if you've met Brett Stryker yet.
Have we?
He
I don't recognize the name.
is one of the roses of this city, if you take my meaning.
No. Of course. It would be great to meet such a person. Do I take it, like, what? Out of character, what does that mean?
The Clan of the Rose. It's the Toreador.
Oh, the Toreadors. Yes.
Wink.
The belle of the ball.
Exactly.
Ah.
So yeah, Thornhill's gonna go with you to... This is like on the edge of the dance floor, and he's gonna at some point just wave over to the guy who is dancing. The guy who is dancing is, for those of you who noticed that he is a vampire, extraordinarily smooth. His body is just the picture of feline grace and strength. That type of strength that only dancers have. And he's moving like he's one with the dance floor. There's nobody else on this dance floor that can move like him. Which might not be surprising for a Toreador.
Makes sense.
So he's gonna pause his dancing. He's dressed in a very nice blazer and a white shirt and has the most glorious blonde hair in waves down over his shoulders. He is absolutely stunning to look at too. Good thing none of you are Toreador, because you might have a moment of, oh my god, he's so beautiful.
Currently, I'm having a moment of I want to trip up this dude so bad because I'm struggling mentally. It's too.
Yeah, let's just unleash Sylvester on Brett. He seems like he deserves it.
Yeah, he does seem
See,
like a
with this impulse of needing to cause harm, does it work if somebody consents? If one of us sees Sylvester is struggling, could we take him into the bathroom and be like, dude, just punch me in the stomach, get it out of your system?
No, this is emotional damage. This is literally say something that hurts me and gives me willpower damage, superficial willpower damage.
Tripping up a Toreador would still be emotional damage.
That would be emotional damage, yes.
Or ignoring a Toreador and talking to someone else nearby, just bypassing him completely, would
Oh
cause
my
him
God.
Thank you,
mental
voice
anguish.
inside my head. That's a very good idea.
That's terrifying.
Thank you, other demon in my head. I should do that as well.
That way you could probably feed on someone who you emotionally You get to do both. You get to hunt a bit and also hurt a Torianor. It's weird.
Fun enough, I'm still at 100.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
doing good.
coming over to the
Oh.
bunch here, and he's yay, Brennan. How are you tonight? Who are the? And he's gonna give you a once over as he's looking at you all.
Could I try to use subterfuge manipulation to make myself seem better looking? To try and manipulate him?
You can definitely do it to try to manipulate him.
I mean, to be fair, I don't even want to talk to him. I want to talk to a Nosferatu, and this is the opposite of a Nosferatu, but...
Yes, it is. Yeah, he's gonna check you all out and immediately turns... Let's see now. What are your resource levels again? We have one person who looks rich, which is Ivy. And then we have Goldtooth Charlie, who also looks rich because of all your bling. And...
I've got resources too.
yeah, that's
Currently.
not rich though. Yeah.
It's not
Tony,
super rich.
you don't look rich either. And Sylvester looks like... Help me. So...
Can Sylvester just pretend to like not notice this man completely?
So, yeah. So this
In another
interaction will
direction.
be... Brett is gonna smile very much towards Goldtooth Charlie and shake his hand first, actually, as it turns out, and then Ivy, and then probably Tony, and then just ignores the other two. Yeah, I'm Brett Stryker. How are you? Pleased to meet you. Good to see some new faces in town. Brennan caters only to the best, right?
Yes. It's a very nice establishment.
It's one of the best. I go here often for all the refreshments, if you take my meaning. And yeah, there's gonna be a
You
couple.
mean you come here, not go here?
There's gonna be some women there on the dance floor who are definitely eager to see Brett come back. It's one of the best places in the city for that sort of thing, really. Though I do have my own club if you want to come by at some point.
Oh, where is it?
He's gonna give you a card.
What's it called?
Yeah, I'll put it in my wallet.
It's called the Ponytail Club.
Oh, that doesn't sound like my kind of place.
I think hearing that Sylvester actually will look towards him this time and just go, "Oh, really? Advertising one club at another. Interesting."
Oh gosh.
Are we trying to say something cutting to Brett here? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
All right, Sylvester, let's go for emotional damage.
Okay. Huh?
I really just want to butt in and just say, oh, lovely to meet you. You're the Nosferatu we've been hearing so much about.
Should I roll something for this?
Absolutely.
Please fuck him up socially for the both of us.
What are we using here? Wits, maybe, because you're using cutting words, and either subterfuge or intimidation or insight or something like that. Take your pick of.
Say that again?
It depends a little bit on how you weigh your words and your style, but I can see subterfuge, insight to hit him where it hurts.
Could I do charisma insight maybe?
I think wits would be more appropriate because you're thinking on your feet with your words.
Sure,
Or
sure.
maybe charisma. Why not?
Yeah,
to
I'm using my
intimidate him a little
charisma
bit.
to hit them where it hurts.
Yeah. This is nasty, isn't it?
Charisma and insight.
Wait, okay, the hell that.
Charisma instead. I am gonna be absolutely catty and blood search this.
Oh, you are catty and blood surging it, aren't you? Oh my. Sylvester is taking the lead here and saying some very catty words. About what exactly? Oh, it's so gauche.
I said that really? Promoting your club at this club?
He's gonna defend with composure subterfuge.
5 billion dice.
Tornadoes aren't actually that composed.
Sometimes they are. It really depends.
Yeah.
Should he blood surge it or not? Now it's a social contest, isn't it? Okay, he's got to blood surge it too.
If he wants to really destroy you at this,
Oh my
really all he really has to do is challenge you to a dance off.
Do you want to reroll? Can you reroll?
I could try one.
That was just
I
brutal.
would have to crit though. That's the problem.
He got completely
But it's
mauled.
possible. You've already got half a crit.
Okay, I can
Yeah.
try.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3.
good. Not today.
It's not enough.
Hey, it saves you a little bit of the willpower equals out.
I have no idea how he's gonna cut you down, bro. He's gonna look at you as he's just completely ignoring you. It's like your words don't exist to him. You're air, and possibly like. Oh, Vixen, isn't it? He's gonna talk to others about. Yeah, I don't know if you've listened to Sylvester's Bandits on any time. Brennan Davenport, was it? Yes. Goldtooth, yes. That's an excellent name, by the way. I'd love it. But it was an absolute revelation. Truly, I haven't seen such a masterful display of unfiltered mediocrity since the last time a fledgling tried to recite Byron while still choking on their science writing.
I thought you would have seen a more fitting display when you looked in the mirror this morning.
We had 5
Yeah,
successes.
exactly.
Sylvester takes 3 points of superficial willpower damage.
Yeah, Kate is going to follow it up with that insult.
Oh my god, he's fighting for his life! Brett is. Why
No,
is
I'm
everyone-
fighting for the social, and also we were both just snubbed.
Yes, you were. Absolutely. Brutally snubbed. Brett is doing the snubby thing tonight. But he's nice to Goldtooth and some others. Oh my god! Well.
Oh shit!
No. 7 successes. Oh dear. This time I'm not actually gonna add a blood surge because okay, he's gonna take 2 points of willpower damage on that one. He's just gonna be looking at you like, oh, you're all together, aren't you? And then he just kind of leaves and goes back to his dance partners and keep dancing divinely.
Kate's just going to look at Sylvester as that fucking twat.
Yeah, Sylvester pats Kate on the back.
See, he does dance divinely. I guess you know why he was chosen for the embrace by the Torero clan.
Yeah. They were blind that day.
On the other
It's
hand,
like-
Sylvester still hasn't actually caused any emotional damage to anyone.
Kate has.
Yeah, that was reflex on Kate's part. Sure, he was also defending Sylvester's honor, but also defending her own.
Yep.
It was such a weird experience for him to have a sort of rock star try and snub him for it to completely fall flat, and then for Miss Dark Academia to cut him to shreds.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, so the way this is going, because of what happened to Charlie in the art gallery, and now this.
Yep.
He's just getting more and more nervous of interacting directly with vampires and just knowing how badly it can go wrong. Also notices what Brett is doing seems to be working, so he's just going to do that on a different floor, and he's just going to go to one of the other floors, just
Don't
go
wanna
on the dance
compete.
floor and start dancing, but just in a way that hopefully won't trigger a direct screw up with a vampire, but will just, for everybody who sees it, will just generally reflect well on Charlie and the rest of the coterie.
Brett Striker's obvious. In fact, he has another success because I forgot that he will definitely add his awe to the whole thing. 6 successes. But there is only one other dance floor to go to, Goldtooth, and that is downstairs in the Labyrinth, which is a very different place. Because they're playing very different types of music down there. We'll have a different clientele. I need to have pictures for the different levels of the Succubus Club. I'm gonna fix that. Because I have a
What
feeling
music
you're gonna
was
be
down
here
there
more than
again?
once. What was that?
What music was down there again?
This night, I don't know.
Or was it like a variation?
Here, it's mainstream stuff. Top of the pops, pop rock, anything that's on the hit list or the most popular dance music. Sometimes alternative, so you get REM and that kind of stuff as well here. But that is as weird as it gets. Downstairs, you'll have metal, you'll have synth, you'll have punk, you'll have rap, you'll have everything that is not mainstream.
Honey, get the Cruelty Squad soundtrack.
Exactly. And downstairs, as Goldtooth Charlie's making his way down there, you will find a different crowd of vampires. But do you know they are vampires? One of them you will definitely recognize.
Oh no.
Who else is going downstairs, by the way? Now,
I
down
I think
here...
I'd stay upstairs.
Oh, was that? Yeah, that makes sense. Ivy's staying upstairs. Who else might want to go downstairs?
I think
Kate's gonna
Sylvester
go
might
downstairs.
Wanna... Yeah, same.
Okay, so we'll have
He
Goldtooth,
doesn't want to look at Brett too long.
Kate...
Well, Kate's going down there
Yes,
because
man.
that's where she thinks one of the Nosferatu are probably going to be hanging out.
Might be. Tony,
Seems
are
more
you gonna
their
go
scene.
downstairs?
Sure.
Are you telling us that you're looking for a Nosferatu?
I don't think so, because I haven't told you guys about my current mission, and this would be a part of that. So,
Very well.
to be fair, none of you guys have told me what clan stuff you're doing on behalf. So, there's a certain level of just operational security.
I'm just climbing the ladder of fame. I do that all the time.
Charlie has so much more free time every evening because he doesn't have any clan business to attend to.
This is true. So
Yeah,
far.
you don't have any family meetings.
My clan is basically almost all Anarch, so kind of the same.
I mean, yeah, you could be investing in that though.
the atmosphere
stop
down
being,
here is,
Like,
but
not just be a,
so far
not
he
just be a
hates them.
loose gangster.
So far he hates them. May not. We don't know yet, do we? But the atmosphere down here is very different. The moment you get down here, there's not going to be any frat boys. There's not going to be any yuppies. There's not going to be any college kids who are out enjoying the last little bit before the term gets heavy for them. The term has started, obviously, because it's late January now, but midterm week is not yet here. Plenty of them will still be out and celebrating. And all the other typical nightclub goers who are part of the mainstream are not here. Down here, you will find all the subcultures. It's gonna be your punks, your synths, your metal freaks, your metalheads, your
Freaks.
also a lot of blood dolls. That's the new subculture emerging in Chicago, which take goth to the next level because they're actually drinking each other's blood because it's cool. And the various bars here, there's a mosh pit, obviously. There is a section that is cordoned off where you can play pool with local, probably it's gonna be the local patched MC clubs. There might be Hell's Angels down here, literally rubbing shoulders with banditos every once in a while. It's a much more rough and tumble place, but nobody picks a fight here because this is Switzerland. There's also a literal labyrinth that you can go into, which a lot of people do for various reasons. It could be drug deals, temptations of the flesh, or just shooting up whatever drug you bought here earlier tonight. But you will definitely tonight recognize on the dance floor that little kid that saved you all. Or so he thought he did when you were removed
Oh,
from the sheriff.
him!
Yeah, who drove you to the ghoulie man, if you will recall. This is, of course...
Yeah.
Whoopsies.
Yeah, whoopsies. And will he discover you? Yeah, I think so. He will
We
definitely...
both of us stand out.
You do stand out. And he's going to stop dancing. It's going to be hey, you guys! Wow, it's so awesome to see you guys. It's funny that you're coming down here without Ivy. Hey, I'm so glad to see you guys. How are you? Man, it's been ages ago. And he's gonna do a high five with Tony and with Goldtooth Charlie and definitely acknowledge Sylvester and Kate as well. So good to see you guys. Gee, Kate, seriously, you're dressing like a dork. You have to do better than that, okay? This is like the Labyrinth and the Succubus Club. Seriously, what is this? And he's kind of touching on your cardigan, sweater, vest.
This is comfortable. That's what this
listen.
is.
But it makes you look like a dork, Kate. Gee. Anyway,
It really does.
Tony, I've been looking for you, brother. We have the coolest stuff going on. And he's going to take you a little bit away from the human crowd. Charlie, this concerns you too. Sylvester, Kate, I'm sure... I don't know. Kate, are you... I don't know. What's... Anyway. Are you anything like Garwood? He's going to ask.
Wait, fuck, which one was Garwood?
That's the lowest ranked Tremere aside from yourself.
Aside from myself?
Yeah.
In what way?
He was the one who drove you to the Tremere clan meeting. That's Garwood.
No, in what way am I similar?
Oh, you don't know. He's just asking you if you're like Garwood.
I've met Garwood. He's an associate. Why?
And you sympathize? I played with him in the chorus, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, anyway, come on. Okay, all of you. Here's the thing. We had the biggest showdown in Pilsen just earlier. You must have heard the sirens. It was... We were going to take him out, and we had a meeting, Juggler, all the Anarchs, and lo and behold, the sheriff and a whole bunch of goons showed up. Again, second time this year already. They're gunning for us. You need to do something.
Sounds like you had a
about this.
spy. Sounds like you had a spy in your ranks.
You think so?
One's a
Hey,
coincidence, two's a pattern.
You have a point. Shit, you might have a point. Who could that be?
Actually, I'm curious. Are any of the other people in the chorus with, your cause?
Not really. Have you met Ray Falcon?
Oh, yeah, I know Ray.
Yeah, he's a bit out there, right? He's just in there for the music, and Kathy is too, and I guess Garwood is too. But Garwood is cool for being a Tremere, for being a warlock.
Mhm.
He's very cool. The rest of the warlocks, as far as I know, are just, totally with the Ivory Tower. I wouldn't trust them. I hope I can trust you, Kate.
As much as
She's
you can
cool,
trust
she's
any
cool.
other vampire.
That doesn't say much, he says. But still, you gotta come with. We need you guys. 4 more bodies on the Anarch side. Then we can maybe break through finally and bring it down on the prince and everyone, right?
Give me a few decades to get settled in.
Jesus Christ, we had just a few years ago. It was like, what, 3 years ago? Oh man, the carnage, you wouldn't believe it.
Sounds
So
like
many of us were
nobody's
lost,
getting
like-
hurt in the quiet periods.
There were several of us turned to ashes. Belial.
You're not making a good
Oh.
case for the strength of your side.
Wait, hold on, wait. What did you just say? Who was that?
Belial. She was turned to ashes.
Oh.
I don't think Travis has
So
gotten
you
over
know?
that yet.
Once he said, as that, Tony tries to hide a small grin.
Yeah,
How
I don't think
insightful is the child?
I don't think Travis has gotten over that yet. Man, he really liked his sire a lot. Anyway, let me introduce you to the rest.
Is this suggesting that they think the timeline is different? Didn't Tony see Belial alive a lot sooner, and they think if they think she was dead 3 years ago, she was actually alive and they didn't know?
No, I think I have the timeline correctly. I'll double check. But Damien is not going to make the mistake if I've missed on a year.
That's fine.
Let me introduce you to the guys. Hey, we have some guys here tonight. Let me introduce you.
Of course. Love to meet new kindred.
Granted, you might wanna keep your voice a little bit down.
Yeah, sure. He's gonna, you know,
You're not exactly subtle.
you're right. Anyway, let's go. He's gonna show you to a couple of fellas. We're also down here in the basement. One of them is they're both Bruja, obviously. One of them is fairly handsome young black man. He's like in his 20s. And he is tall. We're talking 6 foot, 180 pounds, muscular. Wears good leather jacket, jeans, but solid boots. And has a bit of a disdainful look on him. The other guy has some awesome sideburns, you know, Sir style. So is it 70s or 1870s? We don't know. Dashing, early 20s, scar in his face, actually several scars in his face. And yeah, he's also here. He's dressed in more casual wear, closer to Kate than any of the rest of you, like a blazer, pants. So let me introduce to you guys, this is Daddy D and this is Levesque. And yeah, we're all part of the cause.
Do they seem impressive? Have
What
any of
would
us heard
seem
of them?
impressive for you?
Do they give off an aura of strength?
I don't know.
Because the child doesn't.
That's fair. An aura of... Yeah, maybe Daddy D does. Levesque, he's dashing. Maybe a musketeer aura, perhaps.
I already respect Daddy D less because he decided to call himself Daddy.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be...
Kate's just gonna introduce herself and just say, "It's lovely to meet you. I'm feeling a bit peckish, so I might just mingle." And then she's going to go out into the crowd because she doesn't want to get tied up in whatever Anarch shit is about to go down here.
Yeah, same. I am not gonna.
We are in the good graces of the good prince. We do not want to be caught in between this.
Listen, kid. I appreciate that.
So Kate and
Introductions.
Tony just filters away. Yeah, Sylvester, go ahead. Sorry.
Listen, kid. I appreciate the introductions. I've had a very bad night, and I need a hit before I say something I regret.
Never mind, Syl and D. Damien knows that you are Malkavian, right?
I don't know if he does. I don't
Okay.
know if I've said that.
Maybe not. Okay. Damien's, hey man, what? Seriously, we're getting the gang together here. We gotta keep together, right? What's wrong with Tony's and Kate's freaking attitudes? Hey Charlie, you're in, right?
Yeah, since everybody else itched, Charlie is gonna stay and talk to these guys. And
Sylvester does the thing of walking away, patting Charlie on the back, and just hurriedly moving towards the labyrinth.
Yeah,
Yeah, going to the Labyrinth would be good.
He's
Yeah.
fucking off.
We basically just came from a meeting with the police commissioner, and this guy's trying to get us in on a low-level drug deal.
Yeah.
And I'd rather do an actual drug deal than.
Yeah.
An actual act of defiance is less threatening to us right now than this petty shit.
So yeah, Charlie, are you in? So again, this is Levesque. He's been with the cause forever. I don't even know when he got started. He knows everything about this shit, is what I'm saying. And Daddy D, he's G. We go way back. Like, basically, we're the same age. He came into this a little bit later than me, but we're both. And he's gonna bend quickly over a little bit, and you whisper in your ears. 60s, both of us. He used to be a Black Panther. Still is. So you know he's the real deal.
yeah, that is the magic words to Charlie because his parents were also Black Panthers. So now he can really get into sharing the stories and stuff from back then. So although he didn't really remember it that much, he did live with his parents until he was 12, before they were killed. And so he knows that much of the sort of politics and the time, but also combined with he did go to university as well, and he has one dot of politics. So he knows who Kropotkin and Bakunin are as well. So can talk the anarchist talk.
Oh my god, you're gonna talk the anarchist talk, aren't you? With charisma and politics, do you want to take half on that? Or do you want to really impress them and roll for it? That would be a politics charisma roll, obviously.
Take half, that will be 2.
Yep.
Right?
Which is alright, but not terribly impressive. If you want to be impressive, you need like a 3 or 4. Okay, I know the basics is basically what you're doing at a 2. But in this case, the basics will immediately get Monsieur Levesque going here. He's gonna be like, you anarchists too. This is excellent news. Me and Damien, we're part of a smaller group. We try to deal with the status quo because we don't like how things are, right? We have to definitely... There are differences. He's gonna lean forwards. You're by your own table, a bit away from all the other humans, so you can talk a little bit more freely. There are differences between the revolutionary movement. I don't know if you've met Juggler. Have you met Juggler?
He was the one who crashed the party at the
Yep.
first night. Yeah.
Yep. He was indeed. Have you met him?
Yeah, we met him. First night we were introduced to the society. He made his entrance.
Yes, he's too weak. He does not know how to really take the true action. What we need is more tricky in our condition to deal with Molotov cocktails, but if we have someone who can make proper bombs, maybe? Really make some fireworks is what I'm saying. Are you in?
So at this point, Tony is going to say, so you think Juggler is too weak?
Oh yes, by
When
far.
we
He
met
does not
him-
have the true revolutionary zeal.
When we met him, he showed considerable disregard for mortal lives, put some people at risk, and we had to move fast to save them. So tell me, what's the Anarch position on the ethics of feeding?
We are doing this to help humanity that is being oppressed by the horrible boot of the Ventrue.
Yeah, a bunch of moralist crap. Yeah, I feel like at this point Tony would shoot himself if he were still in the conversation.
Ils ne passeront pas.
At this point, before he says anything committed, Tony will be like, friends, let's talk more of this later. For now, we dance. And then
He's
Tony's
going
Charlie's
to
gonna
try
get
to impress you. He's going to try to impress you, and I'm gonna add, because he is a very forceful speaker, and he's truly, the type of vibe that Levesque is giving you as he's talking is from the revolutionaries in Les Mis, an angry people and everything. He's very much invoking that. And let's see how...
Do you hear the people
Oh my
sing?
god! Exactly.
Holy shit.
7
angry
successes. Charlie, how are we gonna resist his pitch here to join the revolution?
Yes, Sam.
God, yeah.
That is certainly a thing you can do.
Do it.
Oh, what about resisting it with wits and streetwise? And
Sure.
knowing that even if I did want to get into this, playing it cool at first would still make me look good.
Go ahead. You need 7 successes. Wow.
And I will have some blood into this.
Blood surge to resist. You're looking at this man who's talking to you, rising up from the chair, and we will bring it down. We can, together, we can do it. Finally.
I like that Ivy was supposed to watch over us, and the first thing we do is insult the guy and then talk to Anarchs.
It's going great, you guys.
You're
I'll,
doing a great job, Ivy.
I will
Good
just
to
see if I
just see it.
I will try
I
and,
leave you guys go downstairs and you immediately get in a discussion with that's crazy. Literally just downstairs.
We'll try a willpower reroll as just the last chance to.
Yep.
Every time you look
Almost.
away, we're doing some new crime against the Camarilla.
2 willpower points of damage on you
Lucky
to,
I am
to
looking away,
resist the
so-
call. I'm gonna say like that. You're either joining or you spend 2 willpower points to not join, basically. Superficial, obviously. By the time Goldtooth Charlie finally gets away from the firebrand that is Levesque, and Damien is like, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what he said. See? This guy, he's awesome. I like Juggler too, but listen to Levesque. He knows the business.
Just imagining one scene in American Psycho where Patrick Bateman's just listening to Willem Dafoe.
And by the time you're done with all this, I think we're gonna be back up on reality. So the base floor is called reality, and Ivy will have fed properly.
Yay.
Yay!
Yeah.
You had the time
I've-
when they were downstairs.
You exited the bathroom, the entire color is gone.
Yeah.
By the way,
So you have to decide, Ivy. I think you don't want to kill anyone, right? So
No.
no. So
I especially don't want to kill anybody.
exactly. The only way to completely get rid of hunger in this edition is if you kill someone when you're drinking from them, drinking them completely dry. So
Oh, I'm not doing that.
no, you're still gonna have 1 dot of hunger when you're done, but it removes your peckishness is fine, and you didn't
Yeah.
hurt them that much. Just 1 hunger sated. They're gonna be a bit woozy and just remember a very intense and amazing kiss, probably.
Oh, I guess maybe this is something that could be like a project kind of thing, but I'm going to try to find out her name so maybe I can add her to my herd later on or something.
You can start another project if you want, but then that means that you're investing even more of your backgrounds for a while, obviously.
I'll leave it off, so yeah, I'll leave it off.
So at this point you have 2 contacts and 2 resources, but if you want to invest something more and so on and so forth, like, it's a possibility. Anyway, yeah, she's a pretty girl and she's woozy.
Maybe I
was
just
she-
record her name as somebody maybe to look up later.
Possibly, yeah. If I roll a 1 now, she might have been a bit tipsy. She was a bit tipsy, so now you're a bit tipsy. It's gonna pass after an hour or so, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, speaking of feeding,
Yeah, exactly.
Tony earlier said that I said earlier that Tony went into the labyrinth.
Yes, you did. Oh my. The labyrinth.
Yeah.
You don't know what can happen in the labyrinth, my man.
Yeah, Sylvester is also heading to the labyrinth. He's just
Yeah.
like,
You mentioned something earlier about people doing drugs in there.
that's exactly what he's looking for. He's looking for a drug dealer.
Two bad bitches saying exactly to each other.
We meet each other like randomly in the labyrinth. Wait a minute.
Just feeding on the same junkie.
Labyrinth is an interesting place, to be sure.
I
it
guess with
contains all
Kate-
sorts
Sylvester will
of-
actually buy some drugs though.
Oh, you never know what you might run into in the labyrinth. I'm telling you right now. Let's see. We have... What might we have here? I'm gonna roll one die for both of you because you're heading into the labyrinth at the same time.
Question mark.
What was that?
Nothing, nothing.
Okay.
It's a mystery.
Yeah, you're gonna go into the labyrinth, both of you, and you're gonna hear a low moan from a passage quite close to you.
Not the type of fun time I'm looking for.
Who knows?
I don't know, unless someone is very high. Either someone is very high or in the middle of something. Sylvester is just looking to buy some.
Sylvester, so we're not looking into that nuke then? We're just letting them be on their own? How about you, Tony?
Oh, I hear that also.
Oh, absolutely. You're going in together.
Oh,
Yeah.
in that case, I'm going towards it.
Of course you are. Well,
Sylvester
you're
is gonna
see...
slip by.
Yeah, you're gonna see a woman. She's actually two women. The one woman is standing in absolute rapture. She's the one moaning. She's holding a pill bottle. The other woman is, in fact, kissing her deeply on the neck. No, wait. She's drinking from her deeply from the neck.
Damn it. She got this one already. Whatever.
Yeah, she's a redhead, and yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna do
Apparently,
something
you're
else
not
then.
the only vampire around here who likes to drink from junkies. She doesn't seem to be noticing you guys at all. The redhead vampire.
Yeah, I just basically ignore it and walk off.
Okay. Finding someone here who is a junkie or who wants to sell you some drugs is not gonna be hard at all. You just go around the right corner and someone is gonna see, hey, are you buying? Sooner or later.
Could I maybe... I'm currently very impaired, so I don't know if using my streetwise are gonna help her.
It's the actual strategy here, because vampires can't directly take drugs, can they?
No,
So
they
you gotta
can.
buy
Yeah,
some drugs,
I'm gonna buy
stick
some
'em in
drugs
another
for later.
person, and then drink their blood.
I'm gonna buy some drugs now, later find someone to drink for, and then you just like be like, hey, fellow groupie, have my drugs for no particular reason.
Tony, you're gonna drink from someone, right?
Yep.
Yeah, take half. You have succeeded. There are definitely people here who will be absolutely willing to share a little bit of private time in a nuke somewhere in the labyrinth. This is an amazing place to find victims, honestly. It's probably your best hunting grounds ever.
Yeah.
But, of course, it is the Succubus Club. This person is... high as a kite.
Yep.
Now you are high as a kite.
Type of high, that this is important.
Oh, let's see now.
Is it an upper or is it a downer? Probably
Let's
an
see.
upper.
A 1 is a downer and a 2 is an upper, obviously. Woohoo! It was amphetamines!
Oh yeah, let's go.
Let's fucking go. Hell yeah.
Oh no, that's scary.
That's the situation with this group getting back into reality again on the upper floor, with Sylvester having bought some drugs, Tony being high on amphetamines, Charlie, I don't know, being brooding because of his encounter with Levesque down in the Labyrinth, and Ivy being a little bit tipsy, but not too much from having had a drink. And
I'm adding ketamine to my inventory.
was ketamine a thing in 1990? I don't remember.
It's just horse tranquilizers. I don't know how popular
Yeah,
it was
but how
back then,
popular
but
was
still.
it in those days? Like,
Alternatively, opioids
yeah.
or morphine.
Cocaine is
1990.
really popular now.
So, let's see now. Most common drugs
I think
in
ketamine has been around at least since the 70s.
average usage rate here for most common drug. Pain relievers are starting. So for the 80s, cocaine definitely,
Yeah, so
stimulants,
Sylvester is looking for some
tranquilizers,
downers.
and pain relievers. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be ketamine, I believe.
Yeah.
At the moment, Kate was just going to look around the below level, the basement level, for any particularly gnarly looking vampires.
Though there will be there's a lot of weed being smoked down there, no doubt. But yeah. Kate is looking for vampires downstairs?
Yeah, she was looking for a Nosferatu.
Oh yeah, she's not gonna find any tonight, unfortunately. The three
Uh,
vampires in the labyrinth, on the labyrinth level currently, are the three Anarchs.
Fair enough. Then she'll take half, quietly alleviate one hunger, and then return to the rest of the group.
Very well.
All right, let's see if you're high too.
How tipsy are you?
Oh, that's fair. She will try to find someone with more sense, but
You succeed. They haven't had the chance to get drunk yet, properly.
that's good.
And that is how Ivy met the Coterie, my friends. This was by necessity, because we're introducing the new player. Very much welcome to the table, Mr. Davenport and Jan. And we will continue next week with the downtime and abstract things and not play so much hour by hour. And we'll see what these 5 vampires get up to as they're managing their various business across town. And apparently not getting in league with the Anarchs. Damien is going to be so disappointed by the fact that you guys are not actually joining the Anarchs. And if you're not with the Anarchs, you're with... This is not a war. It's more of a bunch of...
Pest control.
No, that was not what I was going for.
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
More of a series of one-upmanship contests between Anarchs and Elders at this point. It's like a low-key Cold War where the only people who are actual casualties are people nobody really cares about, like actual humans.
Yeah.
Just
Honestly,
look-
at
they
that
involve,
point, though, like, are
fireworks.
those actually even casualties at that point?
if you're reading some of the headlines over the past weeks, you've heard, because some of you guys have politics and keep track of such things.
Yep.
Mainstream media is talking about tensions rising as Chicago's labor movement gains steam. Some gang violence surging on the south side. There was violence erupting in Pilsen, which is not far from your haven, actually. And union walkouts planned, city officials in crisis talks and such things.
Oh, I didn't put this on my background, but it's something I actually thought of after I wrote it just earlier today, is that Ivy in particular hates unions and the, what would you call that movement? What would you call it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the labor movement. Because he blames the labor movement for ruining the meatpacking of... He personally hates Upton Sinclair as well.
That works.
In that case, we should introduce you to Falcone. Oh, Al Capone.
Ivy's already met Capone, of course. Yeah,
But I'm
there's
just
no
like an
labor.
old style union buster.
There are no labor union bosses in the Ventrue clan. That would be some Anarchs possibly.
Funny.
Yeah. You're very shocked, I'm sure. Though, The parts of the labor union that's controlled by the organized crime is definitely under Ventrue sway.
Oh yes.
I don't know which ones they are.
The Teamsters, if they're still around.
Yeah, Teamsters are definitely around. Yeah. I mean, I know they were like super infiltrated by the mob in New York in the 80s. Like it was basically run by the mob at that point.
Yeah.
So.
After what's his name died, the guy who disappeared.
Yeah, I don't remember his name either. There's a good Netflix.
Offer.
Anyway, my friends, we will convene in a week from now. And thank you for watching The Myth Machine. Remember to follow, subscribe, bell icons, everything. And in a week from now, shenanigans in Chicago will continue.
Okay.